and welcome to my channel. I want to send my best wishes from my heart to all of you for this new year. I hope that it will be more happy than 2015. It will be more joyful for everyone. I wish you all best and most of all health for you and your family and your loved ones, and I hope that it will be full of enjoyable moments. This should be my first video for 2016. I am pre-filming all the videos before I leave for my holidays to Greece, and I hope that I will manage to upload them all as I have that in mind based on schedule. So hopefully this will be the first 2016 video and the last one with the cute reindeer ears and the cute penguin reindeer Christmas sweater. So I love this new Christmas sweater I have on. And let's talk about a very requested subject, and this is brushes. So makeup brushes. As a makeup junkie I have a ton, but I thought since I have a lot of requests that I will film a series of video, a short series of video, hopefully with long videos, about my favorite makeup brushes, which are the ones that I gravitate towards using every day. And I'm planning to have 3 videos. One is today's video. We will talk about eye brushes. Next week, or the next one, I don't know if it will be next week, most probably it will be later or next month, in a few weeks. It will be about face brushes, and the 3rd video in the series, it will be about taking care of your brushes. What do I do? How do I clean them? How do I dry them? And things like that. So I will start with face brushes, and I will first tell you where I store my face brushes, and they're all in here. This is a L'Occitane present box. I really like this one. It looks like a small luggage. It looks like one of these hat storage boxes, and I liked it so much. This was the main reason that I got this whole present kit, and I have it many years. I keep my clean brushes always in a box or in a bag, because I don't want them to be exposed to dust and to everything in the environment. I'm keeping the brushes I use in a jar near the place where I do my makeup, but that will be just for a few days until I wash them. And then when I wash them and I dry them, I always put them in here. So here I have my eye brushes. I have a ton. We will not talk about everything, but we will talk about the ones that I mostly gravitate to, and hopefully you will find this video helpful and it will give you a few ideas. Most of my makeup brushes I buy online, and they are mainly from companies that I would say they are mid-price. I have quite a lot of cheaper brushes, and I have quite a few of very high-end brushes, but I have to say the ones that I like most, they are not very cheap or very expensive. I'm actually not impressed at all with many brushes that I have used from companies like Bobbi Brown, Laura Mercier, high-end companies like that, or many MAC brushes even. And I'm also not completely content with some very cheap brushes. So most of the brushes that I show you today, they're actually from either Zoeva or Sigma. I had gotten last year for Christmas a huge Zoeva set. I'm using it this whole year. I will put the link of the unboxing down below. I love it. And for my face I also use a lot of Real Technique brushes, but I don't have nearly any Real Technique eye brushes. So mostly I will talk to you about some Sigma brushes I have and some Zoeva brushes I have and I like, and a few that I like from other companies. And I will start with something that is not completely eyes, but I will show it today, and it's concealer brushes. So for concealer, I don't like these typical old small brushes to apply your concealer. Sometimes I use them when I want to pinpoint my concealer in some acne scars on my face, but I mostly like buffing brushes. These are among my favorites. These two are from a Sigmax set I have from Sigma, and they are the P80 and the P86. the Precision Flat and the Precision Tapered. I have the similar ones for the foundation. I have the 8 pieces set. I don't have the extra ones that they released afterwards. I love these ones a lot. The flat one is amazing. This one is really good also if you want to go around the nose, in the corner of your eye for the concealer. I really like this one. They buff the foundation amazingly, and I had never had the problem of losing hair and falling apart, but I have heard that some people had this problem. This one is a favorite, and it's from the Zoeva set, and unfortunately this has completely rubbed off, so I have no idea which is the name. I think it's called Concealer Buffer. I think that's what I can read, but I will search the name and the number down below, and I will put it in the info box. And this is a bit different. It's again a buffing brush, but it's a rounder one. It reminds me a lot of the P82, which is the round kabuki precision from Sigma, but this is a bit softer than the Sigmax, and I feel like it buffs the concealer even better. So I like this one a lot, but I use them alternating. I also use sponges for my concealer, like a beauty blender or like the Real Technique sponge, but I will not talk about sponges in today's video, maybe in next week's video together with the face brushes. Next I will just let you know, I have no eyeliner brushes to show you. I have a lot, of course, from kids, but I'm not an eyeliner fan. I'm not the girl that I will see someone wearing eyeliner and I will think, oh, that's amazing, I want to do that, I want to wear eyeliner. I wear eyeliner very rarely, and when I do that it will be something colorful, it will be something holographic, it will be something metallic, it will not be the classical black eyeliner. And for this reason I only have to show you one eyeliner brush, and this is something that I actually use for my eyebrows. This is a MAC brush, it's the 266, and I have repurchased that for a second time because my first fell apart. But I love this one. It is as stiff it needs to be. The hair is as long as they need to be. I love this brush. I usually don't use eyebrow shadows, but when I do, I always apply them with this one. I have some eyeshadow brushes to talk about, and I will start with a very unique and the cheapest brush in my collection. I love this brush so much. I would like to have 10 or more, and it's by e.l.f. and it's not so easy to order e.l.f. in Europe anymore. I think you can get them still from iHerb, but I don't order very often from iHerb. I hope they still make this one, but I have it for 5 or 6 years and it has not lost a tiny little hair. So this is the e.l.f. Professional Eye Crease Brush. This costed $1 or something, and it's perfect in my opinion for applying precisely eyeshadow in the crease. I have nothing like that. It looks a lot like a pencil brush, but in my eyes it's so different how it's cut and how, I don't know how to explain it, but this is a magical $1 eyeshadow brush that I cannot live without, and I really need to find out and order more of this. I have another extremely cheap one if we talk about classical eyeshadow brushes for applying color on the lid, and this is something that unfortunately you cannot find. I have 3 or 4 of them because I had gotten a lot, and this is by H&M from their old line. I need to check their new line if they have this one. So this is the typical eyeshadow brush. It's as soft as it should be, as stiff and as packed with hair as it should be. It's perfect for applying color on the lid. I love this one, and it's crazily cheap. Another eyeshadow brush that I would like to show you is from Too Faced. This was from an old palette. I like this one a lot. It's really soft. It's really nice to apply eyeshadow under your brow bone. It's really nice for light shades also. It's a very good one. And I have a huge eyeshadow brush. This is from Zoeva and it's the Luxe All Over Shader 222. When I first saw this one, I thought that this is certainly not for my eyes, maybe for someone that has much bigger eyes, but it's really nice one. It's perfect to apply a matte, I mean you can apply also a shimmer, but to apply a matte highlighting shade or to apply a shade all over the lid and under the brow bone, this is amazing. Sometimes I apply natural color base, a powder eyeshadow before I start putting more color, and this is really great for that. But to apply a cream shadow, I usually use a much stiffer synthetic brush. So this is the 233 cream shader from Zoeva. You can see that it's longer, it's synthetic, it's stiffer, it's perfect for cream eyeshadow, and it's also really good to apply glitter or to apply a pigment that you will use for a wet application. Similar ones that I like a lot, I have from Urban Decay. These are from the Naked palettes or from other palettes, the ones that I usually have. I don't think I have ever purchased an Urban Decay brush alone, but I love the fact that they come into the palettes, and they are not my favorite ones, but they are perfect for this kind of shadows that they have a lot of fallout. So this is a double one from Naked 3, and it has this stiff synthetic perfect application eyeshadow brush when I want to pack a cream eyeshadow or when I want to apply a pigment. And from the other side, this one has a fluffier brush that I can use for a powder shadow, but you can also find other double ones. So for example, here I have the Naked Smoky one. It has this blending brush, not my favorite blending brush, but it's nice to blend cream color, and this pencil brush. So I like the fact that they have these different type of brushes in their palettes, and they are all synthetic and really good for this kind of shadows. Another really good eyeshadow brush for using pigments or wet eyeshadow application is this one from Nars. This is one of the few high-end ones that I'm showing you today. This was again in a palette, it's stiff, it's synthetic, it's a bit less stiff than the Zoeva and the Urban Decay ones, but I really like this one, and it's a small size, so you can have it together when you travel. This is the Luxe Smoky Shader 234 from Zoeva, and you will see the difference with the more typical, I mean the difference with that is huge, but this one is shorter and a bit less fluffy and a bit less flexible. So this is really good for darker colors, for smoky eyes, or even again for shimmery shadows that they have a bit of fallout. It's easier to pack the color with an eyeshadow brush like this than with an eyeshadow brush like this. This is very flexible. The shimmer will go all over. I like this one more for matte eyeshadows or for eyeshadows that they don't have a lot of fallout, and this for the rest. I have here another double-ended brush from a company that I have never used any other eyeshadow brushes. This was in a palette, and it's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just like quite a lot this one. Usually the palette brushes are crap and I don't use them, but this one is quite good. The shader brush is quite nice, and it has a small blending brush that it's not amazing, but it's good sometimes, like the e.l.f. one, although it's longer, to just apply color on the crease. So I like this quite a lot, it's quite decent. I have two detailed brushes to show you before I move to my favorite topic of eye brushes, which is blending. And this is the Shader Crease brush. This is a shader brush. You can see that it's very small and you can use it for details. This is from the Sigma Precision Eye Kit. I love this kit. It has a lot of unique brushes that you cannot find, and usually very small ones. I have a few now to show you, but I'm not showing everything. It has a huge variety of eyeliner brushes. If you like eyeliner, you will love this kit. You can check it out. But this is the Shader Crease E47, and it's really nice to use for detailing as it's much smaller, but also to apply color in the crease. It's not as precise as the e.l.f. one, but it's also not as soft and blending the color everywhere as some blending brushes. And this is the Zoeva Detail Shader 237. It's very small. I love this one for my inner corner if I want to put a highlighting shimmery shade there, if I want to just put a bit of highlighting under my brow bone. It's really nice, very detailed, and I have several small ones like that and I love them. Of course, all the brushes that I'm showing you, I'm not a professional makeup artist. I have no idea about how they should work. I can only tell you how I use them, how they work for me. And if you have more ideas, if you use brushes like that differently, I would be very happy to listen and read your comments down below and your suggestions about other possible uses for these brushes. This is how I use them and how I like them and how they work for me. So I have quite a few blending brushes, and this is my favorite category of eye brushes, the blending brushes. I will start with some of the classical blending brushes. I also had, these are from MAC, Zoeva and Morphe, and I had a Sigma one, which I loved, and it was a travel size, but I lost it somewhere and I really want to repurchase it because I really like this brush and I was using it every day. So the MAC one is the MAC 217. This is the classical blending brush. Everyone talks about it. It's a really nice brush. It's soft. Sometimes it loses some hair. Even now I just pulled the hair out, but it's really good, and I think it's one of the best MAC brushes. If I would tell you to go and get a MAC brush, I would tell you to go and get this brush because it's really quality job and it gives a really nice result. But it's not unique. You can find similar blending brushes from other companies, and a similar one is the 227 Luxe Soft Definer from Zoeva. You can see their hair look very similar. This is a bit fluffier, but they are cut in a very similar way, and they have a very similar result. I have another one from Zoeva, and this is the 221 Luxe Soft Crease. So this is a bit different because it gives a more diffused effect when you blend. You can see this one, it's not pinched, the ferrule is not pinched at all, so it's a bit more fluffier. I really love this one. You don't need many different type of blending brushes, you need a few blending brushes. Actually, this is maybe the only brush that you need more than one, because even the shader brush, you can use one side for one color and the other side for another color. But if you want a really nice, clean, crisp result in your eye makeup, it's really good to have clean blending brushes and not use them same one again and again, even 2 days in a row, even sometimes in the same eye makeup look. So this is a really good one. And another good one and very budget friendly is the Morphe M441. I got this one from the Cosmetic Obsession store here in Switzerland. I love this. This is soft. This reminds me a lot, this last one, the Luxe Soft Crease one that I showed you from Zoeva. It's a really good one. Maybe not as soft as the Zoeva one, but I really like it and a very good quality for its price. I have 3 more brushes to show you that they are blending brushes. The one unfortunately you cannot find, it's from a Greek company that it's created by a Greek beauty blogger. This is the Heart series, and they have a basic set of eyeshadow brushes. This is the blending one, and from the whole set is the one that I like the most because it's not scratching my eyes and it's very cheap, but it's really doing quite a good job, although it's quite small. So it reminds me a lot of this one from Zoeva, the Luxe Petite Crease 231. So usually I prefer more fluffier, bigger blending brushes like the one that I showed you, but these ones are also good for applying the color and blending it on the same time on the crease. What I like a lot, this brush is really a love, is the blending E36 brush from Sigma. This is again from the Precision Kit. This is very small, it blends really detailed. I really like this one to blend my inner crease. So the inner corner of my crease, if I bring the color really close to the inner corner, if it's like a light color, I would not really do that with a very dark color. This is so detailed, this is so small, it fits everywhere. I love this brush. It's really a brush that I cannot do without. But these are extras, so it's not something that you need, but if you're like a makeup junkie than me, it's something extra that you like to have. I have few more. I have two pencil type brushes. The one is the 230 Luxe pencil. These ones are really good for blending the eyeshadow on the lower lid, but they are also really good for doing small detail work all over the eye. And this is the 223 Petite Eye Blender. This reminds me a lot the one that I showed you for the concealer, but it's much smaller, so you can use it for detailing, but I also use it more on my lower lid. And then I have three for the lower lid. This is such a love. The Smudge E21 Sigma, again from the Precision set. This is so tiny and it's perfect for the lower lid application of the eyeshadow. I love this one. It is an amazing eyeshadow brush. It is so great and I cannot live without it. It's one of the brushes that I wash again and again. It has never lost a hair. And then I got this one from Zoeva, the 226 smudger, and it's 3 times the size, and I was afraid that it would be horrible and I would not be able to use it, but it's actually quite handy and it's much quicker to use this one than this one, but I like the smudging with the small one a bit more. It depends on the time you want to spend on your lower lid, but I like them both a lot. And I have one last brush to show you, and this is from Sigma again, from the Precision kit. It's the Waterline Liner E17, and this one I use to apply eyeshadow on my waterline. And this is something that I do. I know that a lot of people hate it. I know that they have sensitive eyes, they cry and everything. It works with my eyes. I'm okay with it, and I love this brush for doing that. So these were the eyeshadow brushes, eye brushes that I want to talk about. You can see that I have a lot of favorites, that they range from quite budget friendly to a bit more expensive. And as I said, you can find really good brushes from different companies, mainly from online stores. There are very few brushes that you can find in stores and play with them and try them out. But for example, Sigma and Morphe you can find here in Switzerland in the Cosmetic Obsession store. MAC, of course, you can find in the MAC store. Zoeva you can order online, or you can find, you could find, I don't know if she still has a lot of them, at the Fashion Pupa online store here in Switzerland. There are different kind of brushes and different choices for different budgets. But I would advise you to not really go and get some amazingly expensive brushes because you would believe that these are the best. Because in my experience, the best eye brushes are more budget friendly and more to a medium range of prices. So let me know which are your favorite eye brushes, which are the ones you use, which are the ones you cannot do without. Give me more suggestions, because a girl can never have enough brushes. Give me suggestions on blending brushes, because a girl seriously cannot have enough blending brushes. And I wish you again the best possible year. I hope we will be here in company for many more videos to come. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more videos to come, and we will talk next week with the next video. Until then, many kisses.